Okay, I'm going to look at another strumming pattern today. It's quite a common pattern that you're likely to come across, but it's one that people sometimes find a bit tricky, and that's a reggae pattern. So, reggae beat is normally a 4/4 beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So, here's our standard template for figuring out the strum pattern. And the thing that makes a beat a reggae rhythm is a very strong accent on beat number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2, 4. Usually the drum is taking care of that. But as a solo ukulele player, we can certainly add a percussive strum on beat 3. But we also, you'll find there's quite a fairly strong accent on the backbeat. So that's beats 2 and 4, just like in rock and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a fairly distinctive, bouncy kind of rhythm, but it's distinctive because you tend to skip beat 1, or beat 1's not emphasized. So if we have a look at how we're going to strum that to get the basic reggae beat, all we need to do is make a percussive beat or a chuck on beat 3 and down strums on the backbeat 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear that reggae pulse, and that's almost all reggae is going to sound very much like that. But we could have a bit of a variation, which you'll often hear, is to play a double strum on beat 2. So you're going to do a down up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. And you'll agree that's a pretty recognizable reggae beat. But here's something a bit different to the normal patterns. Rather than doing beat 4 as a down strum, I'm going to change that to an up strum. It's still going to sound the same, but what it does is it lets you be a little bit looser in your strumming, and you can see that I've changed the second half of what your hand's doing. You're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the second half of the bar is slower. Your hand's going down, up, for the first part, and then you've got a longer slow down for your chuck, and then the very next beat's going to be an up. So that's when you can play your next strum. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And you'll find that that gives it a little bit of a looser kind of feel to it. It's not, your hand's not doing quite as much work, and that kind of suits the lazy, smooth rhythm of a reggae. There's a few other variations we can add here. I've just repeated the strum pattern here twice, but I'm going to make some little changes. You could actually play a strum on beat 1. So just looking at the top line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And another slight variation is if we make it a double bar, but the second time I'm going to delay that first strum to the upbeat. And that'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up. And that's another type of variation. But there's lots of little ways you can play with a reggae rhythm. In fact, sometimes you can sort of do a combination of both. You could play both those first down and ups before our main part of the beat. Or what I'm going to do here is do a chuck strum on that beat. So you'll always hear the percussive rhythm. And that's got a reggae feel to it as well. So lots of little things you can do, but the basis is always going to be like the beat at the top. It'll be a hard percussive strum on beat 3, and then strong accents on the backbeat, beats 2 and 4, and then you're kind of free to just do lots of little variations in between. And that's your basis of a reggae beat.